Mm, mm. Okay, but anyway, it's funny, like, wherever I work or whatever, if whenever I'm somewhere I have to be that I wouldn't necessarily choose, you know what I mean? Like, work versus the beach. But anyway, like, I always get people, like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, poor thing, you ain't got nobody. You'll get somebody one day. But inevitably, what happens is once they start realizing how much attention that I actually get, that they might not have seen, because it's usually a large plant. I'm usually working at a large plant, so everybody ain't just over here. You know what I'm saying? Now we might like bump into each other, the parking lot, the halls, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Break rooms. We got other places that we can meet up. But once people start like connecting the dots, then it started being like, oh, you got LA, you got too many. You got too much. One time the lady was like, ooh, boo, you got too much, boo. You got too much. One of the big dogs was like, ooh, girl, you a bigger player than me. You got them hiding in corners looking at you. I was like, what? Nah, that don't make me a player because they hiding in the corners. He was like, nah. He was like, you got it. You bigger than me. Then one of my homeboys, he's always be like, I know you ain't really got nobody but me. But he ended up snapping. I'm just going to say, like, oh, this was really like last year, these snaps, But last year, he was like, you maintaining too many. Snapped on me. I was like, maintaining? What's your definition of maintaining? I was like, my legs are closed, my purse ain't open. How am I maintaining exactly? I like to make people explain themselves. You ain't just go, yell something out on me. Explain that. All right. But, anyway, I'm just, mainly, I like to be, friendly, but keep it moving. I'm friendly, but I like to keep it short. So a quick joke or a quick hello or a smile or, like I say, I got a lot of symbols for a lot of people. So friendly, but keep it short. But after, months and years, people kind of get a little closer. You start going through other things together. Somebody died in their family. You're a shoulder for them to cry on. They lost their wallet or something. And, somebody turned in a wallet, or whatever. Somehow you end up being useful to one another. Maybe the person's car wouldn't start and you jumped them. So connections end up being formed and made. Like, it's funny because, like some of the younger girls, wherever I was working, and if there were men in the vicinity, when, me and the men would be laughing. But the women would come around, like one girl would just straight up and be like, oh, my cookie hurts. And all the men were, what? They started giving their attention, and, I couldn't help but chuckle because I was like, when I'm talking to a man, I rarely talk about sex. Rarely. And most of the time when we do, it's like double entendres. You see what I'm saying? I feel like the easiest thing in the world is to make a man sexually attracted to you. That's the easiest thing. It's not hard to do that. But it's hard to hold a man's attention. Men don't really like to, even when they with each other, I ain't saying they don't talk, but, usually they're playing sports or video games, something where it ain't like, reports or filibusters going back and forth. You know what I mean? Those are usually business meetings. And I think that's why I get along with men so well because, I don't have to talk every moment I'm in someone's presence. I can be content with my own thoughts, or we can converse, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like forcing the silence, I guess you could say. All right, anyway, I've gone off track.